Woo! What is up, everybody? Oh man, what a wonderful week we have. I think it's going to be funny to say that, you know, black man, got his bearings. He's got justice. He's gotten what he needed out of the system fairness. He got his fairness out the system. You got Mr. Travis Rudolph acquitted of all charges. I don't know why they would think that it would be kosher to even try this. You have a man who was defending his home, defending his life, and for some odd reason, he had to go through the misery, the torment, the anguish, and the embarrassment. We forget about the embarrassment, man. We forget about the embarrassment people go through with this subject, man. This chick text her brothers to go shoot up his shit, regardless of who could be in his shit, regardless of whether or not these men could have been killed. But it does not matter because a black man's life is trivial. A black man's life is something that can be thrown away at the cusp of somebody's whims. You got to remember, this could easily have been any black man, any given time, any given day. I just want you to know that. This could have easily been your son, your brother, your father, your grandfather, or even you. I have questions, the same questions I posed on Dr. Ronald Neal's channel. Where was the NRA defending and talking about this man's rights? Where were they? Where were they? Where were they? Where were the NRA? Where was the National Rifle Association? The USPA? The USSPA? Whatever the hell. Where were these people? Does the law supposed to equally work for everyone? Does the law supposed to be fair, unbiased? Last time I checked, we just got a bunch of people who get to go aimlessly, without bother, without care. It should be considered a damn shame that we would allow a man to go through this shit unjustifiably. Let's be serious. Charges should have been brought up on her ass. Charges should have been brought up on her ass. Should have been conspiracy. should have been everything you could throw. It should have been everything you can muster to be thrown on her ass. To just sit there and lie and finagle somebody's life aimlessly and to have the bravado, the manly ass attitude that she carried all throughout this case. There's some wake up shit right here, fellas. I'm gonna tell you, there's some wake up shit here. There's some wake up shit here, fellas. This is some wake up shit. You need to realize that a lot of you are going to have to fundamentally tell your young men that all that glitters is not gold. If this does not tell you how much the average black woman thinks of you, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. I think a lot of people out there don't even understand the game. I don't want to hear this. It's not all. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I myself don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Sick of it. Sick of it. I don't want to hear it. This brother shouldn't even been on trial. 2 years of his life shouldn't even been disturbed. Two years of his life shouldn't even been disturbed. Should have never been disturbed. I want you to really think about that. His life should have never been disturbed. Not once. Not once. What ramifications are these people going to pay? Is there going to be any justice? Are criminal charges going to be issued immediately? I would like to know. Wouldn't you? I would certainly love to know. I most certainly would like to know. I want to know. Who's watching this brother's back? The whole time you're having people conspire against him. You're having people drag his name through the mud. What do we get out of this? The end goal was to financially and criminally ruin a black man. Sorry. Sorry. The aim was to criminally and financially ruin this black man. There was nothing that could be done. There was nothing that wanted to be done. Shout out to Volcanus. Woo! Anytime you have a person, when it comes to stand your ground, this actually would have been much closer to the castle doctrine, where you are the king of your castle and you have all the right to defend it. This man had an AR-15, and to quote Angry Man and Dr. Neil, this was a criminal case of the more you fuck around, the more you found out. And this man used his legally owned firearm to defend his life. Where's the NRA? Where are all these groups? Where are all these groups that are pro-gun? There's another name I want to answer. Anybody know if Brandon Tatum covered this? Anybody know if Coleon Noir covered this? I'm just saying. Does anybody know? I would love to know. I think it would be fair for everybody to know, why didn't all these prominent 2A pro-gun motherfuckers use their platform to speak out against this injustice? It's always quiet. You're right. Quiet as hell. Quiet as hell. So you're telling me, as a law-abiding citizen, as a man who's a veteran and an officer, you're telling me that somebody comes to my abode in these United States, I'm going to be held on trial for defending my life against ne'er-do-wells. Interesting. So are we going to condone the victim or the criminal? Are we going to state this to the criminal? And I challenge anybody up here. Don't forget to hit the Cash App or the Super Chat, please. You're getting this case and many more subject matters from a black pill, police, and military perspective. See, we have to really fundamentally say, stand your ground for thee, but not for me. But yet I'm going to constantly hear that we're one nation. We're fair. Since when? This man's life was held in the arms of others. And all he did was just protect himself against being robbed, against being killed. You know something? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I want you to figure that out, folks. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of goddamn happiness. Will not be afforded to you. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness will not be afforded to you. Ladies and gentlemen, you're telling me that playing by the rules that you set, I cannot be protected? This is the reason why people like myself have constantly tell you gun laws are bullshit. The people who came to this goddamn house were not on trial, but the man defending his home and life was. Make that shit make sense. Please, somebody, anybody, I beg of you, make this make sense to me. I know I might not be the smartest guy in the world, but please, let me know something different. Shout out to Mike Johnston. He said Rudolph was outnumbered and should have not been charged. The ex-girlfriend and the hitman should have been on trial. Thank you. Tell me, what reality do we live where the criminal gets off scot-free? Tell me, when does the criminal gets off scot-free? Because first and foremost, I don't know how they do it exactly in Florida, but in Baltimore, yes, it's going to be investigated like a criminal investigation. And the homicide unit is going to investigate, and they're going to say, yes, we're going to charge you, or no, we're not going to charge you. But you're coming to this man's house. That's going to be a quick investigation. That's what it should have been. It should have been a very quick investigation. It should have been a very quick deliberation. For some odd reason, I might be a subject matter expert when it comes to law enforcement and firearms safety and instruction. Because I don't think he did a damn thing wrong. Are we tracking? Track or hold, please. See, this is going to be a very important show where we need to speak on this. Because a black man is guilty until proven innocent. Snowman said, and plus, you just picked up some more education on a subject of your expertise to make your company and your training better and more fundamentally sound. Facts. I want you to really tell me, what have we learned from cases like this? We've learned that you need to be very careful who you bring into your home and your life. And I could tell you that on a Patreon about my life experiences of some of the women I've dealt with. Right there. Mike Johnston said the detective in testifying in charge testified that she didn't even bother to search the crime scene. She should have been fired. She should have been fired immediately. And this is what I always say. They want this 30% of the Baltimore Police Department and law enforcement in general to be women. This is the reason why. They don't want to fucking work, man. This man's life is in jeopardy and you don't fucking take it seriously. He ought to sue the damn department, man. That's what should have happened. I hope he sues that damn department. Yes, incompetent as hell. This is the problem with modern policing. They want to be so woke, promoting idiots who are incompetent. Motherfuckers who are kiss asses or the females who sleep their way to the top. And the damn shame is the men and women who earn their way to their promotion, they get held back by the nymph lords. I want you to think about that. They're the ones who get held back. This whole man's life could have been jeopardized off of a lazy motherfucker. Lazy. Like, share, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, but this is disgusting. Hit the Cash App or Super Chat if you feel inclined. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. I gotta tell, I've got to start up a Patreon very soon, ladies and gentlemen, because there needs to be some deep down home telling shit. This is disturbing. She got up there and didn't even realize that they did a digital forensic investigation of her cell phone where she typed in, go shoot up his shit. And see, this is the reason why you know you're in a gynocracy. Instead of saying, bitch, are you crazy? We got motherfuckers condoning this bullshit, man. Condoning this bullshit. Basic investigate, man. I don't even want to get. Man, I got to play Madden right now while speaking to you to cool down off that shit. Basic investigations. And they wonder why we don't see them as our allies. They wonder why. They wonder why. They wonder why. Black women don't give a fuck. They certainly don't. Didn't even give a damn if that man lived or breathed. Certainly not concerned if he was innocent or guilty. Certainly was not. Certainly did not give a damn about that brother. As men, we have to set a higher standard for the women we bring into our lives. Yes, Lord. You better. Never tolerate this type of behavior. Women like Dominique need to be left alone. Left alone, we need to look at demons as for what they are. She's a demonic spirit. That's what the hell she is. She is a demonic spirit. She is a demonic spirit. Anybody who was with her are demons. These are people you cannot classify as human beings anymore. You have to be a very demonic person, a very uncouth, unbridled, unhinged type of individual to go and say, shoot up his shit because you're upset, not because there was somebody in danger, not because you were being abused, because you're just a plain and simple evil bastard. That's all. That's all. Not because you were in trouble, not because something was going to happen, only because you were an evil bastard. This bitch tried to get this man killed, and she was too cowardly to do it her damn self. But we're not going to talk about, thank you, Dr. T.S.R. Johnson, for coining the phrase proxy violence. See, they always want to tell you, well, black men are unaliving black women at such a rate, which is a fucking lie. When statistics have shown black women are more violent than black men can even dream. Not only you'll do it yourself, but you'll also do this. You'll have somebody do it on your behalf. Proxy violence. How about them damn apples? We don't like to speak about that because we always try to protect mama. Most of you were most of you been in your most violent relationships with your mothers alone. We're not going to talk about that, right? We're not going to talk about how violent growing up in the black community has been. We're never going to talk about how mama beats you within an inch of your life for the littlest of things. But this is business as usual. Only in our damn community is business as usual. This shit sucks, man. This shit sucks. This shit sucks. Calvin said, yeah, the state of Maryland should be forming at the mouth for this case number because a black woman is involved. Nah, fuck that, Nina. Should have should have went down. Should I missed that one? Oh no. See, the problem the problem with shit like this is that we don't want to talk about how violent women naturally can be. We don't want to talk about how depraved they can be. You have so many times throughout recorded history women being deadly, women being violent, women abusive. We still go to these Victorian era fucking nomenclatures of women that they're dainty. Ain't a damn thing dainty about modern women. As a matter of fact, they pride themselves off of this fucking shit. They cuss, they drink, they fight, they spit. They're not even ladies, they're Stone Cold Steve Austin. I want you to realize that. These women are not even ladies. I want you to think about this. They are not ladies. These are the same bitches who would have done this to your son. The same. Then you have the guy, I guess he's a teacher or he didn't believe what the manosphere was talking about and how 12-year-old girls were speaking the same way as 40-year-old women would say.
Hey yo, man, I'm happy to be here. Woo! Shouts out to that brother. You know what I'm saying? I got found out guilty. You know what I mean? I've been celebrating all day. Said it's a happy, happy day. Just like the white dude, I got well, the white men celebrated for the Bud Light. You know what I'm saying? And shut that down. It's the same thing, bro, but in our way. Can we salute? Smoke your cigar, put your drink up, and salute to the brother. Know what I'm saying? I got found now guilty, bro. You
Salute
know what I'm
here.
saying?
Salute
It
here.
should never. It
I've
should have
been
never.
drinking. I've been drinking. Yo, I don't even drink like that, but I had to. I had to pop something. Though. I had to pop. Fuck it. I got 7. I almost got 7 years. Man, listen. One time when you got to break, you know what I mean, my sobriety, you know what I mean, I'm going through my mental health evaluations. I'm in therapy, all of that. I don't give a fuck who clipped this, but I had to do something though. That's one time you gotta celebrate for the man. That's
You
one
know,
time you gotta celebrate that shit.
you know
When do
something.
we when do we when do we get a chance like this to celebrate some shit?
Yeah.
You know something, Charles.
Yes,
It's
sir.
it's like you said. No one wants to talk about any of the issues that you, myself, this panel, and many
hmm
others have had the balls to speak on.
Yeah, as I said on my channel,
Go ahead,
what,
bro.
what, as I said
A
on my channel,
motherfucking B.
as I said on my channel, when are we going to start calling these heifers out for sending these young brothers on dummy missions?
Not only that, the bigger question is, when is this going to stop? And it stops when, like you said, AB, when we start calling it out the
And
way it
trust
needs to be called out.
and trust and believe she's going to strike again. I
Hmm.
believe that she's going to strike again.
Hey yo, hey yo, the saddest thing in life, right, is when you go to TikTok. I don't mean to cut your bill. The saddest thing in life is when you go to TikTok, right, and you see a fucked up shorty. I'm talking about she was like albino, big ass head, hair back to her goddamn scalp. But she got a fat ass though. But when you read the comments, oh, I'll still hit that, or they'll do a reaction video to that. Oh, I'll fuck her. Like, why do we support the
Because black men are the dating pool. You were raised to be thirsty.
Shucks, like you, Charles. I
Yeah,
have
TikTok
had.
can be depressing sometimes. I was watching a video today. Um, this single mother said something to a little
Uh-oh.
boy,
Man,
and
don't say that. Man, don't say that aloud.
oh no, it gets better. This little boy literally said, and I quote, "Bitch, sit
Oh
your
no.
ass down."
Oh, let me
This
go
is
back to sit your ass down. Let me say this to all you motherfuckers talking about they got a YouTube daddy and all of that shit. What about your motherfucking grandfather? Nigga, you niggas got grains, nuts in your motherfucking mouth because the motherfucking 2.0 always grandstanding. When motherfuckers put out that hit list, guess who hold it down? Brothers like Charles Faulkner, brothers like LAR, brothers like Angry Man, brothers like BGS. You niggas wasn't in the Coliseum. So if I got a YouTube daddy, fuck it. Fuck it. My father died, nigga. My stepfather ain't here, nigga. But you niggas still got BGS nuts in your motherfucker. You niggas got grandfather nuts in your mouth, nigga. Yeah, let it be recorded, nigga. I want all the smoke. I'm tired of these niggas. Fuck SPE. Fuck all of that shit. Fuck save your man. Fuck all of that shit. You niggas got grandfather nuts in your mouth. Cause these niggas is my grandfathers then. Fuck it. New shit. Hashtag grandfather niggas got nuts in their mouth.
I lost
Cause I love my grandfather.
my granddad in '88 due to a stroke. 19 years after 19 years after that, I lost my pops. And yet, if y'all don't think I miss those gentlemen to this day, then you guys really don't know me or know of me.
Yeah, I lost my grandfather back in '98, and true story. That's the only time I've ever seen my own father cry.
Facts. I'm named after my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Like
And this
I
was
got his middle name. You know what I'm saying? And he was a quiet man. My mother, because I talked to my mother, you know what I'm saying? We talked when I was 21 years old and we make amends. And she know I voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? When you watch Deep Cover and when that brother was like, I want to see the whites in his eyes. I
Yeah.
wanted to see the whites in my mother's eyes when I told her I voted for Trump, yo. I just wanted to do that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Cause she would, you know what I'm saying? And these brothers in these spaces save me, bro. They save me.
Assalamu alaikum, Philip, and
What's
rest
up, Philip?
Salaikum salam.
and rest in peace to the Iron Sheik.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Yes, I think I
Oh,
heard about
wow.
that today.
The
Yeah, he
Iron
passed
Sheik
away.
passed away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
81
Iron
years
Sheik
old.
at age 81.
God damn, what was it? Less than a week ago was Billy Graham, and Billy Graham's birthday just came up.
Yeah.
And now,
And
Wow.
to
now
quote
the
Vince
Iron Sheik
McMahon,
is
Billy Graham back in his day was the shit.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
because there would be
And
no
that's
Hulk
quoting
Hogan.
Vince McMahon. He said he was the shit long before
There would
Hogan.
be no
There
Hulk
would
Hogan were it not for the Iron Sheik.
be
That's
no
a
Hulk.
fact. I never looked at it like that though. Why you think that, child? He's like, I never thought about it like that though. Why you figure that though?
Because Billy Graham pretty much had the stick before Hogan did. The
Yeah.
posing, the blonde
Mhm.
hair,
Yeah,
Right.
Billy
Actually,
Graham had all. Billy
charismatic
Graham had
voice.
all that.
to
Yeah, the
Hogan's credit,
charismatic.
he admits that he copied off of Billy Graham.
Yeah,
Wow.
he
Yeah.
had the voice. Billy Graham, if the right in the right time, would have been Hulkamania before Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Before Hulk Hogan was cool.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
was actually the first. He was about it. He was the first cool heel.
Yep.
Word.
Yep.
Yeah, some of them are granted to be the first superstar. For real.
Who was the Ric Flair before Ric Flair though? That other dude who used to come through the ring flashy
But
before Ric Flair. The other dude
Buddy,
used to do the same shit.
Buddy Rogers was Ric Flair before Ric
Buddy
Flair.
Rod,
Oh, okay.
boy
Okay.
Buddy Rogers.
Nature
Nature
Boy,
Buddy
Boy Buddy
Rogers.
Rogers.
and who was Nature Boy Buddy Rogers before Buddy Rogers? Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous George.
Wow. Look at this history.
And
They
and
don't teach
I
this shit.
interviewed I talked about and interviewed a lot of these people um when I did when I did King's Court with Matt, and he used to share all these stories with me, and it was through story sharing that I got to meet Charles.
Yeah.
Because and Charles, I have a present to email to you because I found that entire 3-hour conversation we had uncut.
I'm raw and uncut.
Raw.
Oh,
I
no cut,
found it.
huh?
I uploaded it as it. The only thing I added was the intro and the outro.
Nice.
It's
The rest
funny
of it
because
was
that
not.
was the first time I probably um ever had a chance to do live streaming or anybody's podcast.
Yeah.
And it was a good experience. It was wonderful. It's something when black men, and Matt's a white guy, when you find out we're all going through the similar shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Because I was 2 years removed from losing my daughter to adoption. 3 years removed, actually. Because that was 2016 when we
Yeah.
did that one. I was 3 years removed from losing my daughter twice, once to
Mhm.
adoption and once to death. I
Mm.
lost my daughter in 2015 when she passed away. I lost her to adoption in 2013. And when Charles, Matt, and I got together, that was an incredible conversation because, as it turns out, we were all going through the same damn thing.
That's a fact. What about bro? What about I ain't gonna talk about it too much, but what about bro that was willing to go all the way to another state, scrap the fuck up, really to put in that work because his daughter been through a similar. You know what I mean? Like we don't talk about that in that spaces. And like my daughter actually been through the same situation. But I ain't going detail with it. These are things because they'll take that piece. These niggas is so fucked up.
They'll
If
take
you talk
whatever you
about your
say and use it against you.
and use that against you, these SPE ass bitch ass niggas, yo, like
They
word,
will
yo,
they will use it against you because I had
yes.
this is one thing I never revealed to Charles in the midst of my struggle and trying to get my daughter um back in my life. I stayed in contact with not only Donna, my baby girl, but her mother Liz. And Charles had asked me why I never reached back out to Liz. Here's why. And I've told this to Jody on our first date. The reason I didn't reach back out to Liz is because that line of communication was chopped away.
Mm.
Because her entire family, uncles, aunts, her bitch ass cunt of a sister, and yes, I said the word cunt. I believe in George Floyd.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit.
I believe in the school of the Carlin. Okay. Um, they basically cut her off.
Mm.
They surrounded her with her family and basically convinced her that I wasn't worth anything. Meanwhile, living with my mom, who was begging me to get a DNA test every day, and I saw the child be born. And to think none of the women that were in my life at the time, and we're talking 2013 to 2015,
Mm.
none of them, my mother included, believed I was going to be there for Donna.
Mm.
Oh wow.
And they told me as such. They bluntly told they 2013 when I was commuting from Chicago to Indianapolis. They bluntly told me, we don't think you're going to be here for her anyway. What do you actually do for a living? Really?
Mm.
Meanwhile, I had a 2-year contract at Roosevelt University. I had to give that up. I had to give that up because I was so distraught. I know what Travis Rudolph is going through when you try to protect your own and you're made out to be the goddamn villain.
That's a fact. Why we don't love the villain though? Why we always see I'm a Google. Why they don't humanize us? I had to listen to Angry Man and understand villainize and understand humanize. It's like certain movies, you know what I'm saying? They don't humanize the black man, but they humanize, other people. It is what it is.
That's because we're the dumb enemies of man. Okay.
Yep.
We make other men feel uncomfortable just with our
Right.
presence.
We're the
You
man down.
gotta knock a nigga down a peg or three. See,
Right.
when black men are left the fuck alone to their own devices, we create shit the world still uses. But
Mm.
Lordy knows.
I mean, AB's got his own software design company. I got my own sportscasting company. I mean,
That's a
when,
fact.
when we are
I
left to
own.
devices, we create shit.
That's a fact.
I
That's a
was
fact.
watching this. Hold on, wait a minute. I was watching this hilarious TikTok video. This white
Mhm.
dude's like, "Oh, so y'all racist and you want to get rid of everything black people created? Okay. Let's see. You can't use your refrigerator. Can't use
Mm-hmm.
your cell phone. There's a
Yep.
whole bunch of shit. He was like,
Even if
damn.
I just found out the PlayStation, the hardware of the PlayStation was created by a black man, yo. The PlayStation.
Indeed.
So the
Yeah,
PlayStation 5 you playing right now, that where was created by a black man. Like
That whole
I found that
entire
out like a year. I didn't know that. That fucked me up, but
that
I don't
whole
know where
entire
I
crew.
went. It's like I'm always finding something new that a black man always creating.
oh, I'll add this
Hold
one.
on.
You can't talk shit online either because a black man created the microphone. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Oh no,
And
yeah.
I have 4 of them in my house.
Wow, see, I'm
I have
always finding. You
And
don't
I have
find this
4
shit
of
in
them in my house.
school, bro. You don't find this shit in
you can't
school,
even use
bro.
the indoor light. Can't even walk outside.
Nope,
Facts.
sure can't. Sure,
Oh
you sure
man.
can't.
Hell,
And it's
you got a monkey wrench? Can't use that.
can't use that either.
Wow. See, I ain't know that one though. I ain't know that. I
You
knew
know
about the ice
And,
pick
you
and
though.
know who's
I,
credited for
I'll tell
you
y'all
know who's
something so
credited for
wild.
making the monkey wrench?
wow, the monkey. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You need that shit. You need the monkey. Yo, you need the monkey wrench, bro. That shit come in handy like a motherfucker.
Oh,
You
let me
Not a
want
lot
let
of
you.
motherfuckers got that shit in the toolbox. That shit be hard to find though.
Oh,
Especially when you got like a lavish ass garage, bro.
yeah,
And
my
you need
wife
that
has
shit
a
to be
monkey
your
wrench.
head back.
Listen,
wait,
my
wait,
wife
wait a
has
minute,
a
Charles.
monkey
Wait a minute,
wrench.
y'all. Don't forget this. Don't forget you can't drive a car either because remember George Washington Carver helped create the assembly line. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And my wife
don't
has
go
a monkey
there
wrench.
though. No, let's go to the rabbit hole though. And he
And
curated. He was Dodge before Dodge though. Let's go there. The first car,
I, you mentioned the monkey.
airplane,
You, men-
airplane. The engine.
you gentlemen mentioned the
Well, the
wrench.
whole assembly line. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yep. You gentlemen mentioned the monkey
Glue,
wrench.
Oh,
glue, glue. All of that
wait a minute,
shit.
James. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My wife has 2 of them in both of her cases. One in the car and one in the garage. Okay, and the but a lot of people have told me recently, and remember, I used to live in Terre Haute, Indiana. A lot of people recently told me I shouldn't
Terrible
admit
hope, huh?
what I'm about to admit aloud. You know how much history I've learned since I met my wife? A ton,
Mm-hmm.
a ton. Why? Because we're living that shit every day,
That's a fact.
every, and we're not supposed to have. Charles, you can back me up on this because you were there when I first met Jody, and we're not supposed to have these hard conversations. Says you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supposed to have these conversations. And I finally did a little piece on a subject that Charles gave me. When are black men ever allowed to have a bad day?
Never,
Oh, never.
I only
never.
I only scratch the surface because when I bring back Snowman Unfiltered, that will be my one and only subject for that night. And I'm going to go completely off. I touched a little bit of it on my afternoon show recently,
Mm-hmm.
very recently. And I think, AB, you were riding shotgun when I touched on it. See, the problem is because we're not allowed to have a bad day, and because we're not allowed to break. It's a how it what it turns out to be a house of cards. It turns out to be and thank you, Calvin, for that. It turns out to be a house of cards. And the biggest reason why it's a house of cards because the foundation is not there because it was already picked off and picked apart and picked to pieces before we were even allowed to stand. But I'm not allowed to say that aloud. Oops, I just did.
But when you watch a House of Cards, though, the first thing he did was went outside and he actually killed a dog, yo,
Mm-hmm.
because he knew that dog wasn't going to be nothing, though. Like when you watch the mythology of House of Cards, yo, it give you an insight. When you watch like movies like it was House of Cards and Ozark, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? The power dynamics of that, and it tells you that The white man can get away with anything, bro. Anything under the sun. But we can't do shit because we're gonna get charged for it, bro.
And
But
this
it's one time for the black man that got found out guilty when these fucking degenerates came to his motherfucking house. I don't know his name. I can't pronounce that shit probably. But I know I celebrated like a motherfucker today by myself.
Travis Randolph.
Travis, shouts out to Travis Randolph, man. The manospheres teach us that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the manospheres, yo. Shouts out to 2.0, 1.0, and the motherfucking Coliseum, bro. Like, they actually put the work in, bro. Like, I seen it. I was here. I witnessed the shit when they used to run down on every panel and battle every fucking. I seen Charles Faulkner. Well, here Charles Faulkner go on Pan channel, go on this channel, go on that channel, go on Cynthia G channel, and it be a whole bunch of them by himself though.
I was there the first time Charles went head to head with Cynthia G. I didn't say anything. I just laughed my ass off when he picked her off. I just laughed my ass off.
Gotta laugh, bro. You gotta laugh for keep on crying. See, I laugh for keep on crying that these dudes, like you was talking about production, how the black man created something. I don't think half of these dudes who's talking about BGS, who's talking about Charles Faulkner. See, when you put BGS in this shit, you gotta call out motherfucking Charles motherfucking Faulkner. Once you say his name, he coming through like thunder. They ain't gonna say his name, greatness. They ain't gonna say LAR, greatness. What these dudes do is pick every little wrong thing that's going on, the nicks and the creams of things, and pull that out. But they don't talk about the great things that this space actually created. They created a lot of men. Maybe they not the best getting money, but you know what? They not messing with these crazy ass bitches. Maybe they not. Maybe they're not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they getting the job they wanted. You know what I'm saying? But you know what they not doing? They ain't putting up with they goddamn supervisors, taking all that bullshit. Do you know what they doing? They going to child support and motherfucker going in front of that white fucking judge or whatever fucking judge, or black, white, Asian, Cajun or whatever, and they ain't putting up with that shit. They actually telling you what you need to do. Selling coming out your pockets because we got to come out of our pockets all the time. But this space teach me how to correctly really win a case without paying nothing.
You know what this
Understand? It's a difference.
You know what this space taught me and all the guys within? Don't stop believing and don't stop dreaming.
Oh man, heavy.
I'm gonna say something aloud, and wow. I have Charles as a witness. I have all you guys in the chat as a witness. In terms of being a billionaire, Byron Allen, here I come. Now, no other gentleman in the area that I'm in is bold enough to say that aloud. There's my blueprint. I'm going to make some tweaks to that blueprint, but it's going to get done. It is going to get done. And I dare anybody to stop me. This space taught me that I didn't work as hard in life to settle for the scraps of the community. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, outlaw? I'll
Man,
send
I
it.
done gave so much money to the fucking community, and that shit ain't get me nothing but heartache and agony. I done put so much money in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just did a fake. Okay, boom. Let me go back. There's a new spot that I go to. It's a it's a like a Arabic like restaurant. Like I'm trying to try new foods and do new moves and everything like that. So I put the food on my Facebook. It's like some soup or in some big. It's like a big ass loaf of bread.
Yeah.
But I'm but I've been there a second time too, like beans and rice, but they give you healthy shit. I was like, you know what? I'm trying new foods and making new moves, and I'm staying away from foods, yo,
Same here.
because I spend my life, every time my homie come out from prison, I get them niggas money. Shouts out to everybody that changed their life from the industrial, you know
Hmm.
what I mean, prison economy and all of that. But I got friends that don't give a fuck about you. When they come home, they don't look out for you. When you get low, I got hit by 2 cars. I've been through a hell of a lot of shit. These motherfuckers don't even call me, bro. Don't look out on nothing, build, but they up. They got money. They doing their thing. All you gotta do is go to their Facebook page. But you know what? I'm like, even the simplest thing make me happy. Because when I was up to, had the house, had the kids, 18 years with the mother of my kids, she a nurse manager, all of that. But I was an asshole. So now that I'm not getting it like that right now, I'm bouncing back, but I'm getting a better new respect of how to appreciate shit.
Yeah.
Because even when I had it, the 18-year relationship, the house, the kids, I didn't really appreciate that shit. When I
Yeah.
lost it, now I want to appreciate the shit. Now when she want to leave me, now I want to appreciate the shit. How the fuck you get appreciation without no fucking value? I don't get that.
Without putting the appreciation out to get it.
That's a fact.
Or
I ain't
without
enjoy I ain't
appreciation.
enjoy her like a diamond when she was there. She cooked for me, bake me my plate, all of this. She did scrabbling things for her, but did I appreciate that shit? Hell nah.
Mhm.
I was comfortable. But you gotta be uncomfortable in uncomfortable situations, and I learned that through this fucking space. You gotta be uncomfortable and comfortable situations. Always gotta be on your toes because you don't know when she gonna leave or when you have a change of thought. You know what I'm saying? Having that ability.
Mhm.
But I had to get over that. Out of 18 years of being with that woman, I love her because you know what I mean? We made some beautiful babies.
And
But
sometimes
I
you
res-
realize
but I
this.
respect her though.
Sometimes you got to realize this, that things may not work out, but you got to learn to love yourself again.
That's what I gotta do, bro.
That's
Well,
when Jody came. That's when Jody
Because I
came.
know it's, well, a lot of black men, we don't do too well in loving ourselves.
That's when you saying that, Charles. That's when Jody came to me. That's when Dr. K came to me because y'all know the story. I was ready to check out and give up, but she didn't. She never quit believing in me. The one thing she told me to do was to seek therapy, which I did. And now with my recent MRI coming up clean in terms of beating cancer, 3-0 my favor.
Yeah,
One for
go,
the surgery, one for the remission, and one for this recent MRI.
go for the sweet, man. Go for the sweet.
Oh, I'm going next. I don't have to go back for another 3 months. That is when I will. That is when I will complete the slam. When that next MRI comes out, when that next MRI date comes up, because I got a meeting with my endocrinologist, my cancer doctor next week, and when he told me on February 15th that I was in remission, Ray Lewis didn't have shit on me coming out of the tunnel.
So hot in. So hot in here, huh?
I was doing the dance and picked up a piece of the turf and everything.
Gotta pick it up. Gotta get your boogie on, man.
Man, we've been boogieing. We've been boogieing since February 15th. Right there. Right there. We've been boogieing like that since the 15th of February, and y'all were there with me through the entire ride these past 2 years. And I appreciate every single one of you from here on the panel to in the chat and everybody, because when I was in the hospital and I check in, y'all would recognize me, and I appreciate that. But none of this, I will tell y'all out loud, none of this is possible without Jody K. None of this happens without Jody believing in me and looking me in the eye and telling me, I'm not losing you. That's why I cry most of the time when I talk about her, because she means that much to me.
Well, God bless you, Snow Man.
Thank you, Ray.
And sometimes you gotta, you know, that woman's an angel.
Man, you talked about something in the past, Charles. I think it was the Ebony K. Williams incident, and yes, I'm capitalizing the word incident, where she supposedly was engaged to somebody for 4 years. You brought up a very good question.
And she had the Charles Barkley experience, no ring.
Basically, if you've been with somebody for a long time, would you go that long without putting a ring in it? Man, listen, the day that Jody and I went ring shopping, January 2nd, 2019, her left hand was full that night.
Exactly.
Period. Do me a favor, y'all. Show me some love for Jody K. Will you please show me some love for Jody Snow? With a 1 in the chat, please show some love for Jody, because she's the reason I'm here. Twice over. Hell, 3 times over.
That's a fact, yo. Show some love to that. And I want to say, like, to that though, maybe this is gonna be off because my mind is it's so much going on in these spaces and they don't want to give grace. Like I say, this this platform, being in the manospheres, brothers like Charles Faulkner, it's like when you always want that thing back. Yes, I had times where I want that 18-year relationship back. There's
Mhm.
times where I want to be in a house with my daughters. One 18, one's 14. Impressionable children. She understand what I'm talking about. But once you outside of that house, you really can't put the rules and the regulations how you want to do, because they go to school for 8 hours. This is what I'm thinking. They go to school for 8 hours. This is what I learned. They be around their friends for 8 hours. Then I only get weekends though. So I gotta untrain them from all of that bullshit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's very hard. And my thing is, I'm just so fucking grateful that this platform teaching me, like, yo, you know what? Sometimes you don't want that thing back though. Look at all the things that she put your ass through, bro. Look what
Exactly.
you actually been through, bro. Her ass then actually came and bought some nigga, the new nigga. She treated the new nigga better than you.
Better than you.
Then he was more back then. I was a degenerate alcoholic. Do you know what she did? She fucked with a nigga that was a more alcoholic than me, but I had to find out through some other people that he was even more fucked up than me.
Through the
But she make
grapevine.
it look like that he was some green skin ass nigga.
Mhm. Through the grapevine. Through
What
the
about the nigga? What about the black man or whatever man that actually take care of their kids, bro? I had to find this out that in the CD report, black men take care of their kids more than anybody else, bro. I
Mhm.
had to find that out being in these spaces, bro.
CDC
This space.
points that out all the time. CDC comes out with a consistent study, and the facts consistently remain that. And Charles, I got to throw you some flowers for continuing to point that out, no matter what the subject. It's the truth.
Yeah.
I'll give it all
CDC
right.
points that. CDC consistently reports that.
I don't
And the
even know.
bitch still want to treat me like shit. The bitch, you know what I mean? But in myself, I find wealth to talking to the average Joe Blow that I see every day. He an older gentleman. I was just in a cab, and he was like, an older gentleman. He was like, "Yo, if you ever have a second turn, though, make sure your journey is greater than what it was in the past." Though I said, "Oh shit."
It's the truth.
I said, "Oh shit." He said, "If you get a," he said, "Most people don't get a second chance, but if you get a second chance at life and
Hmm.
rebuilding what you think it is," he kept it real with me. He said, "Don't fuck it up." Cause I fucked up a lot of shit though. I gotta admit to that. That's the first admission. I fucked up a lot of shit, bro.
The greatest things since I met Jody, some of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten, courtesy of Jody, Cheyenne, Samantha, Dakota, Sonia, Carmen, my children, and the grandchildren they've blessed us with. And I say us because when I went to meet Carmen, I didn't know I wanted to hug those kids. I wanted to hug those little kids. But Jody said, take the hands off approach and let them come to you, which was one of the most sound pieces of advice I've ever gotten because I didn't know them, nor they me. Yeah, 90 minutes after a nap, I had one on my left side, one on top of the couch looking over me, and one on my right side. And that started it.
Yeah, I think in order for me to have the happiness of a traditional family, this is gonna have to be overseas. I
Hmm.
don't see it here at all. It's too dangerous.
Would you do me a favor, Charles? I put my Cash App in the chat. Would you be so kind as to give me a quick ad on that and post that for me? Or if you, oh, he probably stepped back away. I'm sorry. But yeah, when they came along, I couldn't be happier.
Oh yeah. I done seen the TikTok video today, right? Something positive. It's something positive. This older gentleman was talking to his son and he was like, "Yo, I am so grateful that I know you though. That's a
Yes,
God ability that I met you." He light skinned, he had like a fitted cap, and he was like, "Yo, I love you though. I love you. Every time I see you, I love you." And the child had to be about 12, maybe 12 or 13 at that age, impressionable. And he just put that love into his life. Just like me, right? Even though, you know what I mean, I don't sometimes I be like, damn, I don't got the money, or when I be seeing my kids, I don't got the money. Yeah, I did it before, like, yo, I can't see y'all for my weekend because I don't got no money and I can't take y'all nowhere. But my oldest daughter, now she, 17, 18 now, and she was like, "Dad, yo, you know what? I just enjoy like our visits." And I was telling her, like, "Yo, I'm going through something right now." She was like, "Yo, you know what, Dad? I don't want your money. I want you to get yourself right."
yeah,
And that hit me so fucking deep, bro.
and it's gonna hit you every day because you're gonna remember that.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit you. I didn't know how Dakota, my son, would take to me when I met him. The first day should have told me everything I needed to know because and it's like when I hear Charles talk to Peanut talk to his son all the time, that's like me and Dakota. Because the first day I met Dakota, Jody wanted to take a picture of us for her phone. Yeah, we're making faces at each other and making faces at her.
That's a fact. And I'm going through my mental health evaluation right now. Like, I'm in group sessions. I don't care. I'll admit that. You can clip it, do whatever. fucking trolls, fucking
Let it all out.
whoever. I don't
Let it
care
all
no
out.
more. My
Let it
whole
all
thing
out.
is this. I see the white man sitting down in the lobby waiting for his child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To get his mental right because his son going through a mental evaluations for anger issues. My father's no longer here, but I knew when I was a little kid, I was impressionable, 8, 9 years old or whatever. My dad done remarried or whatever, had his second wife. But I wish me and him then went to counselor sessions like as I see the white man and the little boy going to counselor sessions because they there. There's more other races going to counselor sessions more than anything else, bro. I see it. I'm in these group sessions. I'm in this shit to win this shit.
In it to
Know
win
what I
it.
mean? But I lost even my stepfather. He passed away when he was 94 years old. God bless his soul. You know what I'm saying? He was a vet. He was a veteran. He was a veteran. You know what I'm saying? I just learned that shit as I got older. Never knew that until I got older. You understand? But what he told me was one thing I want you to do is make up with your sister. And me and my sister ain't talked for 2 years. He said, all I want you to do is make amends with your sister, yo. That's all I want. And I did that shit. No matter what if I'm very volatile. I'm all of that. Childs know, like these faces know how I gave it up.
Mm-hmm.
The same way I'm online is the same way I'm in my real life. Same shit. But I when older men talk to me, like I really trying to listen, bro.
You just got to be
I
a
hear
better
him right
man.
now. I hear my stepfather right now in my head.
Nothing wrong to make a mistake. It's just to be a
Mhm.
better man from that mistake.
You know when it hits me the hardest? This is the month where me missing my dad's going to hit me the hardest because I lost him on the 12th of June. This month is also Father's Day, and my wedding anniversary, June 25th, just happens to be my dad's birthday.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a triple play I don't like, but when Jody and I were planning our wedding and choosing a wedding day, only two dates came to mind: her birthday and my dad's birthday. I took my birthday out of the equation. And so many people ask us to this day, why'd you have your wedding on a Tuesday? Because it's the 25th of June and it was the best way, is the best way for me to honor my dad. My dad would have been 89 this year.
Well, salute to you, bro. I got a 420 up in the air for you right now.
Appreciate it. My dad would have been 89. I can't believe he's been gone since 2007. That's why Jody will be the first to tell me she hates baseball, but she's there with me when I have a moment concerning baseball because the first person that got me involved in the sport was Pops.
That's a fact.
The first person that got me involved in baseball was my dad when he took me to my first White Sox game.
Mm.
That to this day, if I watch an old game and I could be sitting here in my office working on something and I'll just cue up an old game and that theme song would hit me, I'm in a pool full of tears. And all Jody would do is just come give me a hug. And like I said, she'll flat out tell me, I may not like baseball, but I know what it means to you. If that's not respect, right there.
Yeah, that's all that a man asks for is respect. Think of how many men don't even get that much respect.
Exactly. You said often, Charles, I'd rather be respected than loved. Well, I got both from my better half. I got both.
Got blessed man because of it.
I
Let me
would
tell
not
you.
be.
Let me
I,
tell y'all something, right? I don't mean to cut nobody off, but I had a pivotal moment in my life, right? This like a couple of hours ago. You know what I mean? I went to my mom's house. You know, you know how they play cards with her homegirls. She lost six homegirls, right? Lost six, still got four left. But you know how they trying to like her homegirls got daughters, so that, you know they like me. I got a swag about myself. I'm a chocolate brother, whatever the case may be. I still look like something. They playing cards, and this woman, but this swag gonna tell me I could teach you how to play bingo. All you gotta do is sit down, and I could, motherfucker. I ain't no goddamn puppy. I told her flat out in front of everybody. No, I'm not a dog. I know I'm not a puppy. I'm a dog. Bitch, read the motherfucking DMX book. We still not gonna read. Shouts out to Angry Man. That book made me cry, made me happy, made me whatever. But
mm-hmm.
I think that's the only book that I ever read through besides a Dick Gregory book called No More Lies. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
read. You understand what I'm talking about, child? It's like real shit. Like I said that shit in front of all these bitches, the old bitches, the young. I mean, like you ain't gonna do that to me. You ain't gonna dehumanize me. No, I don't. No, I teach you. You don't teach me. But if we in harmony, you know what I'm saying? That's love. That's whatever it is. That's a universe connecting with each other when we fucking.
I will
It is
tell
what
you.
it is.
I will play for y'all the exact theme song that that tears me up every time, especially now with baseball season being underway. Dad and I used to watch Major League Baseball on NBC all the time. I mean, every Saturday afternoon, even if I go out and play later, we always watch a game together. This is what drives me to tears sometimes. Look up Major League Baseball on NBC. That's the theme from 85, from 1985. That gets
That's
me
a fact.
into tears almost every time. Almost every time.
I'm
Doesn't
like this, man. If you
doesn't
ain't coming already made, bitch, like a motherfucking a nice legs. Motherfuckers get nice shit all day. Why we can't enjoy this shit as black men? Bitch, if you ain't already coming respectable from the beginning to the ending, I don't need you, bitch. But if you want me to fuck you, I'll fuck you behind Walmart, but I make love to my wife. It's a difference between fucking a bitch and making love to a wife. It's a difference, bro. It's a
I've
difference,
been
bro.
in many connective ways been making love to my wife since I met her September 1st, 2018. By voice, by mind, by conversation, physically, emotionally, everything. I mean, this is who
Right.
I was meant to connect with.
And these are the conversations that we need to have between
Every
making love and only fucking a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Having a wife. These are the things that we go back from. Like Ebo Sosa. He got a wife. Ray Clemens got a wife. You know what I'm saying? And multiple of men's in these spaces that actually got a wife. It's a difference, bro.
it's
Even Snowman. It's a hell of a difference, bro. That love you. Cause a bitch will leave you when you be this man be cancer. A bitch will leave you. The bitch will get all your assets from you, drain your fucking bank account from you when
Mhm.
you in that state. But these are conversations that we don't have in these spaces. Everybody wanna we do it as young, you know what I mean? But this new generation really need to know about making love and fucking. It's a big difference, bro.
I got
This
two
that.
words. I got two words for
Understand?
Calvin. I got two words for Calvin Rogers: Riverfront Stadium or Shea Stadium or all those. But it's such a to your point, AK. It is such a connection to have with someone that is so special to you, that
That's a fact.
means that much to you. I mean, I'll tell y'all, Jody has had a horrible knee injury for about 2 months now, and they won't do an MRI at all. In fact, they basically told her, "You're fat, you need to lose weight." Even though she's had problems with her knee for about, I don't know, 20, 25 years. When we drove out of that hospital and I saw my wife crying, I wanted to turn around and clothesline every doctor in that joint.
Yo, I feel you, bruh. I did that shit. Like the reason why I think
Am I
that
making
God.
sense? Am I making sense here? I wanted to turn. I
Oh
wanted
no,
to
I'm about to
turn.
tell you, bruh. I'm about to tell you, yo. The mother of my kids, bruh. Right when she was in a coma, right. The whole family there, they going back and forth because I'm a black ass nigga, chocolate brother, what I'm talking about, and she's Puerto Rican. So
Right.
now you got Puerto Ricans and black family there. She in a coma, but then she got to go to another hospital, whatever. I told the nurse nigga who got the that soap and that water. I said this on my channel. I
Mm-hmm.
told him no, I wash her body. Cause back in my mind, back in my cranium, I'm thinking like, yo, I am God. I'm a reflection of my father. Like I'm talking to my apostle, whether it's man, woman, or child. I
Right.
wash her and still give her knowledge. I said, no, I wash her. I wash her feet, her back, her her everything, bro. Even though she talked shit to me, and moved on to other shit, but these are things that I supposed to remember as a man.
Mm-hmm.
These are things because men's are a healer. We heal when these women's are in difficult situations. They gotta take care of the kids, they gotta go to work, they gotta do this, they gotta do that. But that's my love. It's more than
Let
an
me
intimate situation, if you understand my drift. You understand me?
let me leave y'all with this. Jody came in earlier tonight. I wanted I've been on a rampage, getting making sure the house is clean for her and everything because I'm disabled. So she basically told me, "You take care of the house and build your empire. I got us financially." When she came home tonight and she was limping, her limp was so pronounced. And she saw me here working in my office, working on getting my podcast up and everything. I said, "Baby, you just go on and go to bed. I'll run." And she was so tired she didn't even eat anything. I said, "Baby, I will run out and get you a snack a little later. I want you to rest." And she's got to be up in a few hours and go in and go in early. What I do for her now is what she was doing for me a year ago. What I am doing for her now is what she was doing for me a year ago when I was too weak to even get up and downstairs. Man, I don't want any no one can tell me that I will never find my forever
That's a fact.
Because Jody K. Snow is my forever. Period.
Nah, let me announce the chat. The only reason why I go like that, bro, the only reason why I go hard like that is because, like, even though I did a lot of bull crap in my life, right? I be trying to give back. And I think, like, my life is like, I like taking care of people, bro.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not good at relationships, bro, but I'm good at, like, what I'm saying? When you at your worst state in your mind, it's like, that's where I really wanted to be there. You know what I'm saying? For her though, because I'm an asshole, bro. Like no cat real rap. I don't know if I can say that word. I don't want to set nobody YouTube channel now, but
Yeah.
I'm a I don't know how to say it. Like I'm very difficult to be with in a relationship, bro. Very difficult. You know what I mean? But when you're going through something, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna give you my all.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was taught through that, like watching movies like Jesus. It's always going to be in the back of your mind. Like I watched that 3 hour, 4 hour movie before the Jesus movie. Like I watched that shit.
Yep.
I watched how he washed his disciple feet and taught them about heaven, bro. So maybe in life I was like, okay, I ain't the right brother. I'm partying. I'm going out. I still got a hairline. I'm still looking good. We met when I was only 18, bro. Like I was 18, maybe younger than that. Whatever the case may be, bro. I was an asshole back then. It was Eddie Bauer going out to the after hours or to the goddamn after parties. You want to roll around with your homeboy? Yeah, you paying bills, but it's like you just being comfortable. You just in some type of roommate relationship. It ain't no rules to this shit. But the rules apply to me when I came online and listened to, to the Man of Spirit 1.0. I mean 2.0. My bad, 2.0. And then I had a better perspective on life.
Let me shout out Otis who dropped a super chat, and I want to shout Otis out for a very here I go tearing up again for a very good reason, and the reason is that was my father's middle name, William Otis Snow Jr. So I saw that, and I had to speak on it. Notice you have one of the coolest names ever, and it's cool to me because it was my dad's middle name. And he is a man I miss on a daily basis, hourly
My
basis.
my brother best
Shout out to
friend
shout
named
out to
Otis.
Otis for the super
Shout
chat.
out to
Ain't
Otis.
nobody came to see you, Otis. Shout out to Otis, man. And it's funny because when we have channels and chats like this happens to be therapy for a lot of men.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But
Because
Otis Rennings, right? I'm talking about.
when I reprise my chat of why black men can't have a bad day, Charles, I have to have you with me when I do it. I will not take
Mm.
no for an answer. I
of
got to
course,
have you
of
with
course, of
I
course.
thank you, man, for sharing because it's definitely helped took a great deal off my mind for a while. So thank you.
me.
Nah, man, you welcome, bro. Like each and every time I come over, I don't come over here often, but me and Charles then went through a lot of shit, bro. A lot, but we had some great times. And one thing about him, like he really showed me, cause the Wire is like the Bible in the hood. You know what I mean? Especially where I'm at, they let the Wire, but they don't actually ever been to Baltimore. For this man to go to Baltimore did service. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I don't even want to say service no more because I go to another sector and this war veteran was like, I'm not no motherfucking server. A server is like somebody who serve you food or serve you this. So he said he don't even like when somebody say, I serve. Thank you for your serve. That hit me different. In my life, I always say thank you. When I see a veteran, I be like, thank you for your. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna promote that other man channel because it's not about that. It's about the fucking message. These dudes seen blood. These dudes seen guts and pain and agony and all of this shit. So I don't even wanna. I'm gonna take service out my fucking vernacular. Do you call it? Yeah, I'm a. You know,
Let me
it hit
run
different,
out
bro.
of here. I just wanted to say thank you to Charles and the folks in the chat for all the ones they threw for Jody. God willing, we'll be at BlurredCon this summer. And Charles already knows the costume I'm gonna have and the setup I'm gonna have. But
No doubt.
let me say goodnight to y'all and thank thank you guys so very much. Not just for me, but for Jody and for my children and my grandchildren. Good night, everyone.
Good night, my guy. You already know.
All right, peace, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but thanks, y'all. I'm
Hell yeah, man. It's early up here, yo. I'm still gonna be celebrating, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all's gonna do though. If he allowed me to be on the platform, I ain't going nowhere though. Whenever he feel like ending it, you heard me? I'm still celebrating. I'm glad that dude got found not guilty, man. Like this is a celebration, bro. The celebration was from the white dudes got the shit from the bus shit. Like they about to that business about to go close down. The white man about to get their business. You know what I mean? They shut that shit down. Millions and millions of white men shut that company down. That's some history, historical shit. This black man got found not guilty. That's some history, historical shit. I ain't going to bed. I ain't going to bed. Fuck that shit. We gotta celebrate. We don't get celebrated, bruh. I'm glad that black man got found not well. That man got found not guilty. You
yeah,
understand?
I'm glad too. Yeah, God bless him and salute to him, man. This is gonna show you, man. These women are dangerous, man.
They very dangerous. You heard what she say? Oh, I ain't say like I'ma shoot up his house where everybody in it. Oh, just listen to the words that she was using. Like that is a blueprint of what you just gotta like have in your mind. That's an archetype of woman. Like leave alone. It's a blueprint. Leave her alone. And there's many women. There's many. Oh, excuse me. Pardon so of of females like that will have you killed. I lost friends that got killed that didn't make it like him, that didn't have an AK, that couldn't get their license. I have many of friends that mess with chicks like that and who's no longer here, bruh, that I think about every day. I know friends who got hit with lead pipes in their head, you know what I mean? Or he may have a little argument with her friend, with her significant other, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and then got killed, bro. And I know Charles probably could testify to that shit. You know what I mean? Because he no longer dealing with them type, you know what I mean? And that whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? That code of conduct type of people, but now he's in another code of conduct with us, with our brothers. But he could tell you so many of these women's just get niggas set the fuck up to die. So you're gonna risk your life for a scrag ass hyena or whatever little type of bitch, demon bitch, for your life?
Hell no.
What is your life worth? What is
And
your
then
life worth to you?
shout out to Calvin and Rogish on the panel.
Salute.
Like, what's up?
But it's crazy, man.
I'm just telling you, a brother got his freedom papers, man.
So what was he looking? What was he looking at? What were they trying to get him?
Basically, intent. I think they try to get him with like attempt murder or manslaughter. I think they try to get him with a, discharging firearms and shit like that and all kinds of.
Yeah.
But he was found acquitted. Like, goddamn, you stand your ground. When does stand your ground mean I can stand my ground?
Right.
Yeah, they was in a nigga term, in my terms, because I'm from hood, I ain't up to no good really, but I love my common man. Feel me? It is what it is. But they was trying to give him like, you can't leave your porch and hawk a motherfucker down, basically. You know what I mean? He hawked the motherfuckers down, you know, and did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, my brother outside, nigga, my brother got beat up, nigga. I'm getting beat up. I went in the house and got my thing, you know what I'm saying? And slept a little bit, nigga, but I was busting that shit. You know what I'm saying? He hawked them down. And they was trying to like, yo, you can't do that. We can't hawk a motherfucker down.
All right, but wait a minute.
Hello?
That's what I don't like about it because the thing is, that type of perspective is rooted within the culture. You know what I'm saying? Sense of justice and all that. And it's like, how is one able to take an element of justice to where you get some closure with it? Because I mean, you know what I'm saying, the systemic justice don't really bring closure. And I can understand why, you know what I'm saying, folks want to, you know what I'm saying, do their own, you know, their own comic book type of shit. You feel me? Because you want it to feel real. You know what I mean? Like there's some shit you just gotta kill a motherfucker for. You know, there's no other closure for it. It's
I
unfortunate.
don't understand that though, Rogish. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like the Batman syndrome. You know, no matter what, no matter what they do, you can't take them out.
Well, I
You,
understand that, but that makes you the better person. But the thing is, unfortunately, humans aren't made to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm damn near a perfect motherfucker, perhaps I can choose my moments of imperfection. Oops, you got out
people
of
fail to
pocket
realize that
legally.
people what I've seen and noticed over these years, man, people fail to realize that what exists is righteous wrath, okay, and
Okay,
righteous anger. That exists is real, and a lot of people don't believe that.
they don't believe it or they don't acknowledge it.
Both.
Why is it all in the movies then?
Hold on though. Hold on though. Hold on. Hold on. My thing about the movie shit is like why they promote Scarface. You could go to a museum right now and you could see they big up Scarface.
Yeah.
Scarface is the biggest motherfucker, the gangsters and whatever. You could go to any museum in the world, but why they
Even
don't let
though,
us
even though he's not the
summarize?
real Scarface.
That's because there's
Because
no
they don't
such thing
promote
as
men
village,
like
man.
me and Charles anymore.
There's no such
But they
thing as
don't big
village.
up dudes like
They only
Charles
like
Fighter.
winners.
Charles Fighter should have a museum in the goddamn. His head should be in the goddamn where Lincoln at. To me,
They only fucking like winners,
Because
man. It's
men
not
like
about villain.
us, we're looked
Oh,
over.
well, go ahead, Calvin.
Because men like us that have raised our sons and our grandsons, we're looked over because we're dinosaurs. We're not supposed to be alive anymore.
Well,
Uh,
that is true
what?
to a large extent. Unfortunately, because we're looked at as something that's brutish, even though you needed brutes to hold this motherfucking country together. You
Look, I tell
needed.
y'all, it's not stone
Hold up, I'm
school.
gonna drop
It's
off
not
for a
old
second and
school.
go to
It's
my other
stone
phone
school.
because this tap
Oh,
dance
yeah.
doing.
now go ahead, Rogish.
I'm saying it's not old school. It's stone school. The thing is, the foundation can never be. Is one. The foundation is essential, and when you present traditionalisms, you're operating at that resonance, and it's like, all right, then you're definitely going to cause disruption, and perhaps maybe you're meant to cause disruption. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's say that you had to redirect the river. You know what I'm saying? You might not want to do it, but let's just say that you had to motherfucking do it. All right, then, and what will it take?
Shit. That's what they would say. He was found out guilty and shouts out to Gigi when he said this. I ain't gonna say verbatim, but what he said was, yo, look at history, bro. Look at history, bro. These motherfucking scrags ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? These white bitches lost. They seen their fellow man, husband, whatever, child or whatever lose at war, but they still big them up. They still put them in statues. They still got museums. But what about us? You motherfuckers, these scrags ain't never fought for us in a war. They wasn't side by side by us. They ain't built no institution of motherfucking learning for us.
I mean, but wait a minute. They didn't always belong to the game. If they were never your woman, why the hell would they build for you in that regard?
Man, that bitch was belong to the game for the minute, but the bitch chose the other game because the other game was what? Oh, okay. These white bitches got some shit going on right now, feminism and all this bullshit. Let me jack
Okay.
that. Let me jack this. These bitches always jacked on something, but these bitches should have chose us. They don't want to choose us. They, know what I mean? The bitch choose you at the end of the goddamn day. They never chose us from history because that's a actual fact. When you read
What they chose was what they perceived as power at the time, and it wasn't. So
facts, and
it's
power
not
don't have
real.
no color. Right or wrong, power don't
Right,
have
right,
no color.
right. Power don't have no color, but the thing is, the power that the Pilgrims was creating wasn't even enough for the Pilgrims. It wasn't really real to them. So, but when they tried to
Nah,
make it into something that
it
it
wasn't
is.
real to the bitch because first of all you gotta because see yo when I to me I was always taught like the white the black the dark skin shit and the light skin shit when it was like the dark skinned nigga and them goddamn picking cotton and the black man was in the house. But as you read like the Grinch book, the Jezebel shit, now everybody want to say Jezebel or say this. It's in the Constitution or whatever that this bitch was in the motherfucking house raising this bitch, raising the other people kid on the
Yeah,
bosom and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
shit like that, bro.
yeah. So okay, so the thing is,
That bitch was the first snitch. The
but
black
what?
bitch was the first snitch in my
No, no.
eyes right now, as
You
I
said,
learned.
wait a minute. You say the first snitch, but how does she
The
have any
first snitch was a
allegiance?
black bitch.
How does she have any allegiance to you to begin with? Then,
That bitch never had no motherfucking goddamn allegiance from the beginning of fucking
how can she
history.
be a snitch? How can she be a snitch?
See, it is snitch because she's okay when okay, boom. In my eyes, the reason why she was a snitch because she okay as the when we watch movies like Roots, when we see movies like that, when we okay, in my eyes it's a visual, right? When the
Okay.
motherfucker was running, he running, know what I mean, for his goddamn freedom and shit. Then you see the dogs, you see the white man, he going through the to the swamps and all of that. In
Uh-huh.
my eyes, I was always thinking like maybe another man or another black man snitched on him. But I never thought about what if that
Oh, okay.
bitch done snitched
Okay.
on him?
Okay.
What if that bitch snitched on that nigga to tell that nigga to get killed?
Yeah.
She fucking a nigga in the big house and she fucking a nigga in the outhouse.
Yo,
That bitch pillow fucking. She pillow fucking.
no,
That
wait a minute.
bitch
Wait a
pillow
minute.
fucking.
Wait a minute. So you already granted her the benefit of the doubt of being the maiden simply because she was a woman. So you know what? Isn't that what feminism have always wanted? Isn't you know what I'm saying?
Nah, shit, you ain't doing it with me right now. I'm making you laugh, nigga. You gotta rewind this shit and actually
Nah,
ponder it.
cuz yo,
You gotta ponder this shit.
that's
This
amazing,
is
bro.
not
When
no.
you think
This
about it.
ain't no microwavable information shit, right? This is ain't no. See the way I talk. It's not like you getting some oodles and noodles. You're not getting no goddamn hot pocket. It's like this is soul food information. This is like you gotta clean your house. You gotta like the kids don't have to be there. Your wife don't be there. The way I talk is like you gotta be by yourself in this chill. Play some jazz. Play some James Brown. Play some goddamn. You know what I mean? Like you gotta find this shit. The black bitch was the first motherfucking snitch. I don't give a goddamn. And I'ma stand on it.
Is
You
that
gotta
close to
play
the
some
time limit?
goddamn Miles Davis. You gotta play some Miles Davis around me, nigga. Fuck you mean?
Sometimes you got to go Coltrane or George Duke, and I'm Stanley Clark.
Who? Say that shit again for the people in the background. Say that
Sometimes
shit
you got
again.
to go. Sometimes you got to go Coltrane, George Duke, and with some Stanley Clark.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
can't lose with
Goddamn
Stanley.
bet you. Goddamn bet you. Like I'm really dipping in this shit. Like goddamn. The Grinch dropped a book called The Jezebel Bitch. You know what I'm saying? You read I ain't read that shit, but I heard about some Congress shit. So that shit is That shit hit me like a light bulb because the black man made the light. So that shit hit me like lightning. Like, yo, what if the black bitch was the first motherfucking snitch? Fuck all that Tom and
Okay,
Uncle Tom bullshit.
but hold up.
Light skin versus dark skin. Because God
Wait a minute.
say
That means
when
that she
you
telling on not
that
just
bitch
the
been
black man.
telling.
Hold up. Not just the black man.
Uh-huh.
That means she's telling on black people as a whole. Then
That's a fact. I
how is she?
stand on
I mean,
that.
okay. So how is she connected to
To
black
what
people
up?
as a whole?
That bitch was never connected. You know what I'm saying? When you look up, when you read Paradise Lost and all of that shit, when you understand Lilith and all of that shit, that bitch was never connected to you niggas. I'm not saying that I'm not calling you all no niggas. I'm just saying that verbatim, like, yo, she never was connected from the hip with you niggas. It never was that when you read the Bible, it be like, yo, the flesh of my flesh, the blood of my blood. When you get your wife, it's no longer your goddamn mother and your father and all that shit. Nah, that's that white people shit, nigga. That bitch was never connected to your goddamn hip, nigga, unless you go to motherfucking Africa and take a motherfucking trip, nigga. Bars, nigga. Saying when you go elsewhere and get other pastors, nigga, that bitch was never connected to you niggas. You niggas thought that shit, nigga, like goddamn a fairy tale, nigga. You always taught that fairy tale shit growing up. Love this bitch. Open the door for this bitch, nigga. You should have kicked the chair underneath that bitch. Drop the table on that bitch. DDT that bitch. You should have DDT that bitch when you seen that bitch and dismiss that bitch. Bars, nigga. Read Iceberg Slim, nigga. He don't love no bitch because that old bitch put his head down that pussy when he was about 8. Nigga, read Iceberg Slim, nigga. Read the book.
It's a
These
long
bitches,
ass. It's a long ass book.
man, these bitches ain't love us.
All right,
These
damn.
bitches never loved us, nigga. That's a mystery, nigga. And fuck that, nigga. So a black man like Charles Faulkner and other great men gotta rewrite the goddamn history, and that's
See,
the
here,
fucking why we got these goddamn spaces.
see, here's the problem. Men don't realize we're the only creatures on God's green earth who's ever loved conditionally.
Hmm. Hmm.
Your condition determines her disposition. Okay? See, a lot of times a female would ask you, why do you want me to come over to your house? Because you got tired of me coming over to yours. I like to be in a place where I hold all the power.
I mean, yeah.
There's something that's very intoxicating about power to women.
That is true. No matter what polarity it presents itself in.
Every woman likes a man that can put her in her place.
Mm, I don't think it's a like thing. I think it's just more something that's an innate.
It's innate. They love it. They like it. They want some more of it.
Thank you, Drill Sarge. That's right, bitch. Drop.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Drop and give me 50 minutes.
They love it so
Push
much
come.
they'll try to
Push
create
come.
big ass situations so you can try to control them, but it's causing
What they
to
say, push till you make the
drain
earth
more.
push you back.
But it's causing you to be drained of energy and all that.
One of y'all niggas need some headphones.
Somebody got a lot of feedback.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Damn. I'm not where I'm supposed to be, and I'm gonna just drop this real quick and get off.
Uh,
AK, you're just entering into a part of your life where you're just becoming a real man that everybody's gonna recognize when you walk up and down the street. They're gonna start seeing you as, how would we say it, Charles? That motherfucker you don't want to mess with.
Mm-hmm.
because you're loving your family like men like me and Charles. Man, I'll tell you this much. The first time I ever got on Charles' show, I broke down in tears because I was still hurting about my wife dying 5 years earlier. It took them 5 hours to get my head right. You and men like Charles and me, we're fathers. We're men that were supposed to be men. And somehow you got that thing that we got. It's called being a father. It's an act
Thank
right
you,
piece.
bro.
We got that act right piece. And you know, you may not feel like it's all the way with you, but you with the right brothers to talk to you. This man ain't
Man,
nothing
and
but
it
man.
took me a very long time, Charles, no, it took me a very long time. No, yo, man, let me keep it so real, right? I made money listening to brothers like this. I made like racks. Like, okay, fuck it. I made like 10,000 talking to angry
Young
man.
brother, it's not
I
about
made like 10.
money.
Lost all of that shit, right? Lost all of that.
You're working on your
Whatever,
legacy.
whatever.
You're working on your legacy right now. It ain't
That's a
about
fact.
money. The money is the last thing you need to worry about because you got babies. You're working on that legacy. And I'm gonna tell you, mother. He said, I'm gonna say this out loud. Motherfuckers are gonna hate you because you're working on legacy, and they ain't average. And I'm gonna drop off because I know my stuff is messed up. But brother,
Nah,
you
you
want to
good,
have
bro.
money
Yo, just
because
invest in some
you're working on
equipment and just
legacy.
come back for
Motherfuckers are
me,
gonna
bro.
hate you.
What's your name, bro?
My name is Sergeant Major Calvin L. Rogers.
Damn, no doubt, yo. Respect.
Oh,
The
the
colonel
sergeant
know who I
major.
am. Love
Oh
you, my
yeah.
brother. I'm gonna get off because I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be.
Well, my man jumped out of a few house. My man jumped out of a few airplanes before.
Wow. Respect.
All right, I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna go back to my iPad. Love you, gentlemen. Love all my
Love you,
brothers.
man.
And
Thank
I'll
you,
holler at
bro.
Yeah,
y'all in
Love
a
man.
you,
little
bro.
bit.
Love you, bro.
Shout out to the sergeant major. He might have wore a
Yeah.
black beret back in the day.
Damn,
Of
a
course I
sergeant
do.
major. I'm on a line with a sergeant major, yo. What the fuck, yo? You know how many people I've talked to? I talked to Charles before. His one of his best friends, that's a police officer. He dropped me some shit, but sometimes you lose it because you be moving too fast. But I'm glad I'm slowing down and actually letting people bang. You heard? Shit, I was hit by multiple cars. Still here. Fuck.
All right, fellas. I'm about to end it. Give me some rest. I got an interview tomorrow. Whew.
Already. Respect. Have a good night.
Woo,
Good
bro.
conversation, everybody. Good therapy. Whew. And we are out.
Woo, peace.
Peace.